All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
All right, Rob, we'll be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, burns, new recipes for meals, Hulu suggestions, Netflix suggestions.
Yeah, I actually have a chef now. Just moved in with me, so it's going to be great. Just give me all the recipes, and I'll have him make them.
Excellent. When did you want me to come over again, Rob?
Apparently, there's a stir fry tonight, or pad thai. I'm sorry if you guys want to come over, I guess.
Oh, man.
Do you do contactless delivery?
Yeah, no kidding. Can you drop it at the door? I'll leave the tip in the mailbox, or... All right, everyone.
Making pad thai. That
sounds amazing. Amazing. I need a roommate to move in to cook some food. I am not a great cook.
It's pretty simple conceptually, but getting the balance of all the ingredients right is tricky.
Yeah.
Because pad thai really has to have a good sort of little sweetness, a little sourness, a little savoriness. It really is the balance of all of those things.
It's a tough one. Tough one to cook. Yeah.
It's really all in the sauce construction. The stir fry of the noodles and the vegetables.
Pretty tough to mess up.
Yeah, anybody can do that.
Yeah.
So the sauce construction is really key.
I usually, when I go with the sauce construction for that kind of meal, it's just overload on sauce. I like it to be swimming by the end of like a Mongolian stir fry kind of thing. Just a plate just kind of overflowing with sauce. Is that bad? That's probably not good
great.
for my...
Also, unfortunately, Ross, it's going to be shrimp pad thai, so...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'll come over. All right. Anyways, we are continuing our red-black prowess against the world. I was able to take down round one against Gruul Obash. Now we are playing Jund Lurrus up against Rakdos Prowess Lurrus. One thing that's funny is it's a Lurrus mirror, right? But there's so many different Lurrus decks. It's absolutely insane. My dropping bombs when I played this deck, which should be live tomorrow, for anybody who wants a little bit more gameplay and an in-depth look on this list. I played a little small spoiler. I played 3 Lurrus decks. 3 wildly different decks, completely different, and none of them were a mirror, So it was 4 very different Lurrus decks, and that is one thing that I love about Lurrus, even though, it is a companion that forces the same kind of restrictions. In Modern, it's just wide open,
The presence of Mishra's Bauble with it allows you to just sort of play Lurrus Bauble in a control shell, which a lot of people have done. You're more aggro mid-range. I'm a little bit more controlling, I would say, on the Jund side, but pretty similar, to be honest. More similar than you would think. And historically, I would say I want to be on the Jund side playing against Prowess.
Yeah.
But now, with how good this deck plays in the late game, it's really tough. And that's one of the reasons you see this deck taking over, is because it can play the same game as Lurrus Burn and the same game as Lurrus Jund and not be that, not be worse by a significant margin at either of them. And so the fact that it can do both really puts it over the top. So this is going to be a big test. This Lurrus Jund deck comes from Vatitina, and it
one of the best deck builders. Yeah. We got 2 insane deck builders here, I have to say, It's
very well teched out. I think one of the key additions, and this is a card that we've seen peak back up and play, is Engineered Explosives.
Okay.
Really good at just dealing with a swarm of 1-drops out of the Prowess deck. Very good with Lurrus, obviously being recastable. Can occasionally EE for 3 to answer Lurrus as well. So a lot of value there. So I think that's a really key card. But for the most part, it's just going to be us jockeying for position, trying to make sure our Lurrus sticks while we have answers to the opposing Lurrus. Life totals can sometimes get pressured on either side. We both have a little bit of graveyard hate. So essentially a mirror match as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty close, yeah. I mean, we are doing some different things, and you have some cards that are harder for me to deal with, and vice versa. So it should be an interesting match, that's for sure. And I know Canister played this list in the Modern Challenge, lost to Edgar in the top 8, but I know he just played a challenge yesterday with it and lost in the top 4 in the Modern Super Qualifier or whatever. So this deck is definitely going to be around, and you got to know how to play against it, that's for sure. All right, so I won, so you get to choose. I agree.
I'm on the play. It's a risky hand if I keep it. I'm generally averse to keeping land-light hands in your Lurrus deck because you want to be hitting land drops and make sure you can cast Lurrus when you need to. The fact that not only do I need to hit a land in 2 draw steps with this Bauble, but I also really need it to be a green source.
Yeah.
I think makes this hand a mulligan. But maybe this is the kind of hand that you keep and I always mulligan. It's close. But it just absolutely needs to be a green source. I think I would actually keep if this were a black-green land.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep this hand that looks pretty much identical to your hand.
Well, you're also on the draw. I would keep that hand on the draw.
Exactly. No, I mean, honestly, almost identical. You know, I mean, I'm kind of, I don't want to give away too much about my hand, but on the draw, I think this is a snap keep for me, but it is a risky hand where I can get punished. But on the play, I'd still keep it. But I do tend to keep hands a little bit more than you probably, but...
Well, I mean, you probably just have a Blood Crypt so that you can cast any of your spells at 1 mana and like only need any land. Yeah. So, like I said, if that were a black-green land, so it cast my Goyfs and my Fatal Push, I would have kept.
Yep.
So,
and this deck tends to have a little bit more cantrips than you. Cling being, you know, one of them. Plays a little bit less lands, though. I think I only play 19. How many do you play? Do you know?
I'm not sure on the exact number.
Okay.
Rob, how many lands do I play?
All right.
Okay. This hand is a definite keep.
Okay.
And our question is, which one of these do we put back? Because this third land...
23.
23.
Yeah.
This third land doesn't cast Lurrus, so I am just going to put that one on the bottom.
Alrighty, let's party.
I'm going to fetch for basic swamp. I'm going to bobble you.
Okay.
And then that'll inform my Inquisition.
Okay.
Obviously, it's your second land.
So you're going to 19.
The luckiest person alive.
I kept a hand that's basically the exact same as yours.
Okay, I'm happy that your 1-drop is Swift Spear and not Soulscar Mage.
Yep.
So I will be taking the Thoughtseize.
Okay.
To protect the Tarmogoyf that's in my hand.
Okay.
And then I will pass and draw on your upkeep.
All right, so I'll draw. Now, I think I do just want to get Swift Spear down, bobble. I guess I can bobble myself first if I know exactly what I want to hit, but honestly, I just don't really know, nor do I really care. Like, if I see third land, I'm like, yeah, but if there's a land below... So basically, whatever I see, I don't know. I mean, like, Fatal Push is the only thing I really want to snap keep, so I'm just going to go like this, and...
you want to keep the fetch around for the bobble, so you can describe it later?
I don't think so, because I also want to bobble, you know, and I want to get a play for next turn, but... Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna take 3.
17.
17, Swift Spear, bobble, and attack for 2.
So I'm both at 17.
Yep, pass to you.
Okay, I will go to 15 and play a Tarmogoyf.
Okay, and we got a big go.
3/4 it looks like. Land, sorcery, artifact.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, I will bobble you. Okay. I will draw 2. 1, 2. Interesting.
You'd think Cling might be good against Goyfir, but actually, no matter the target, it will make Goyf bigger.
Yep.
we each have 1 land, 1 sorcery, 1 artifact because our hands were identical.
It is pretty ironic. So it is a 3/4, huh? 3/4. Bobble.
Yep.
I will take a pain, go to 16, seal.
Yep.
And so I have a 3/4. I can make it a 4/5 by playing Cling, so I'm going to get in there.
Can't block.
And I do think I want to Cling. It does make Goyf bigger, like you were saying, but I think that's okay here. I'm going to Cling your bobble.
Yep.
Draw. So take 4.
Brings me to 11.
All right. And pass to you. What are you drawing again? I already kind of forgot. That's right. That card's heinous in this matchup.
Oh.
All right. I have an Abbot.
Wishing I kept third land since I haven't drawn one.
Yep, of course, of course. You keep a 2-lander, I keep a 1-lander, I'm flooding.
I will Croxa.
Okay, I am going to... I don't want to take 3, so I think I am just going to... Well, it's a tough one. You're going to get a creature regardless. Yeah, I'll put an abbot to the yard.
So that was the last card I knew about, right?
Yeah. You know nothing about this, so. Artifact, instant, creature, sorcery, land. So you got a 5/6, right?
Yeah, because of the cling.
Yep.
So I could attack you to 11. We would then both be at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. An outlandish play.
Outlandish.
At 11, effective 9 from the seal. You'd say like 2 attacks with the Swift Spear. Put me to 7. So you would need 6 spells or like Bolt plus 3 other spells.
Easy with 2 cards.
Seems difficult. So I think I'm going to attack.
I'll go to 11.
Pass the turn. You would think normally that like my missing land drops means I want to just extend the game and trade resources, but my missing land drops means that my Lurrus is never going to come online, and yours is.
Yeah, so you do kind of got to close the game. So I'm going to go to 10. I'm going to go to 10. I'm going to go to 9.
Yep.
I'm going to play Lurrus.
Yep.
I'm going to play Bobble.
Yep.
Lower your Goyf. Attack for 2.
9 all.
And I'll pass to you. I didn't pop Bobble on purpose so that I would lower your Goyf for this turn. Not a huge thing, but I already knew that was going to be my play, so there was no need to set up another Bobble turn.
Okay, decay your Lurrus.
Decay the Lurrus. All right.
And attack you for 4. Well, so now you're going to draw 2 cards with the baubles, 1 for turn. You'll be at 5 cards in hand. And
that's a lot.
I'm at an effective 6. With your Lurrus gone, maybe now I want to sit back. Both at 9.
Yep, I don't really know what I want you to do there.
Yeah, it sort of just depends on what your next 3 draws are.
Yeah.
2 in hand.
They're all good.
The problem is that if you draw a bunch of spells, I'm going to die. And if you don't draw a bunch of spells, you probably have a creature in there, and then you just have a creature to block the Goyf.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have another removal spell, so I think I just have to pass.
All right, I will bobble you once. I'll bobble myself. All right. All right, so I'll draw 3 cards.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Well, that has to just be the best possible. That is an insane draw. Do you see that? Okay, so let's see if you're dead. All right, so you're at effective 7. 2.
Keep in mind that the seal will make the Goyf bigger.
Oh, that Goyf is dead.
You have a push.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, Xaxes. How nice. How nice. Okay, Metamorphose. I'll go with red black.
Yep.
Use the black. Push. So I have red floating. Okay. Lava Dart you.
I'm at 8.
Lava Dart you.
I'm at 7.
And attack
seal
for
me.
5. 6, 7.
Yeah, I mean...
Do you want to know what my 3... So this was my hand, right? And my 3 cards were these 3. Is that good?
I ended up keeping a Kroxa in my opening hand instead of a Raging Ravine. Thinking that even though Kroxa's not very good in the matchup, the Raging Ravine is pretty bad because it didn't cast the Lurrus.
Yeah.
But like even if I have that Raging Ravine on the turn I Kroxa, like I'm just playing a Nile Spellbomb.
Nah, what you needed was a bolt or a push. You didn't get any 1-mana removal, and I got to do a nice play here where I'm already ahead on board or at parity, and then play Lurrus. That just means your next turn is scripted. You have to kill Lurrus or you're probably dead. You know, I mean, that is the one thing that I see people don't use Lurrus enough. They just think, okay, I'm not going to play this until I can set it up. I'm going to play everything else and use this as my last. But when you want your opponent to just kill Lurrus next turn and use their mana to do that, and then, I had Kolaghan's Command to bring it back sometime later in the game. I don't think people play Lurrus aggressively enough because it is just an insane card, So I think people should be a little more aggressive on Lurrus from the minimum amount that I've played with it, and seen people play with it.
In particular, when you're ahead, I agree. Because that does just mean that you're going to get to press your advantage over the course of multiple turns. Especially you have the bauble too, so you're getting both damage out of it and an extra card, and you saved yourself a life in case that was relevant. So
even if I didn't have bauble though, and my hand was still kind of set up, it would be worse, and I'd probably think about not doing it. But it was still something that it just forced your hand next turn when you have so little mana. You do have push and bolt and stuff, so you could only use 1 mana. But I had a vibe that you were land light.
Me missing my 3rd land drop gave you that vibe.
It gave me a good vibe. Yeah.
Okay,
So.
sure.
So I just thought, I better go with that play. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, get some sideboarding set up, and then finish out this match between Lurrus Jund and Rakdos Prowess. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Lurrus Jund and Rakdos Prowess. On my side, we basically called it a mirror before the match started, so we're sideboarding in that sense.
Yep.
Cutting all the discard spells. Kroxa is pretty weak in the matchup because of Fatal Push and Cling and just it being slow. Spending 2 mana to just cast the front half of it is really rough in this matchup.
Yeah.
And then I'm cutting 1 Assassin's Trophy. I'm bringing in a lot of removal. I already have a good amount in the main deck. It's just the worst one. I don't want to give you extra mana to work with.
Yep.
So I'm going to cut that one and instead have a bunch of other removal. We got more copies of Engineered Explosives, Deadweight, which is a staple with Lurrus, and 4 copies of Collective Brutality. I don't escalate the card super well, but sometimes just pitching a Kroxa or pitching an extra land that I don't need and getting 2 modes out of it is nice. Otherwise, it's often just going to be 2 mana, point and kill.
Yep.
It kills Lurrus. It kills Abbott pretty easily. It's a little awkward trying to kill the 1/2s, but I think it's certainly better than a lot of the discard spells.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to be careful with it, and then an extra Nihil Spell Bomb to stop your graveyard.
And that's really the one change that we have as far as sideboarding is my brutality is against Tarmogoyfs, believe it or not, are not that good. So I don't really want that much removal. I definitely want this for more Prowess decks. So that's really where we're going to see the differ. And, it'll be interesting to see which side is better, because if you do escalate and get to kill an Abbott and take a push or something, that's bad. That's bad for me. So it'll be interesting to see the dynamics of this. From my end here, I'm bringing in Fatal Push. Unearth, this is a matchup where you're not exiling Lurrus very effectively, unless you scavenge use it, something like that. So my Unearths are usually going to be quite good if you try to kill it aggressively and don't have a setup for it. I got spell bombs here to mess with your Tarmogoyfs, mess with Lurrus a little bit. I like having 2 of them. Like I said, Fatal Push 3 and 4. I'm taking out Hand Disruption as well. And Cling to Dust and Lava Dart is an interesting dynamic of what to take out. I went with the cop-out of I'm not sure, so I took out 1 of each. You really never want to draw Lava Dart very early, but it's insane at those last turns. Like, I would have not won the game if that card was anything but Lava Dart. Like a Bolt, maybe it would have been close. But then Cling, you really want to have some, but they have diminishing returns. Because if you have 2 in the graveyard, they don't escape for less or anything. You only really need 1. So I'm going to go down to 1 and 1 just for that sense. I think 3 Cling is great, but I could see you wanting to go down to 0 darts or 2 Clings. I wouldn't fault you for either one of those.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Yep. All right. Well, let's do some battling here.
Let's also do some question answering.
Okay, let's do that first. That sounds better.
Rob, you got a question over there?
Yeah, so in the Banner Restricted update, Wizards announced that they would be open to looking at changing the way the companion works in the game. Does that surprise you at all?
It does surprise me, just because I think the logistics of it seem like a nightmare, personally. Whenever you have a card that all these cards have been printed, and then not for the pro players or, even realistically the people that watch this show, but for somebody that's playing on the kitchen table that just doesn't keep up with the rules changes that much, all of a sudden they're just not knowing, oh, my card says it does this, but when it actually does something else because of a rules change or a nerfing, it seems rough for that. But honestly, if they're wreaking enough havoc, kudos to Wizards for being able to recognize that, hey, maybe we have to do something about it, and they're leaving that open to give some people hope is what I read that as.
the idea that they would reconsider changing the mechanic, which I agree is very awkward and problematic because it flies in the face of the reminder text on the cards.
Yeah.
That tells me that they want to print more companions in the future.
Yeah.
Because doing that would then open up more design space for future companions.
Yeah.
Though personally, I'm more in favor of just having a companion ban list. So have cards that are companion cards that you just can't play as your companion.
Yeah.
Because so far there's been a lot of heat on companions in general, and it's really just Lurrus and Yorion, the two best companions. So.
Like Obosh, you don't really mind. Everyone's just like, oh, that Obosh deck is cool. It's not like, God, these companions are oppressive.
Yeah, nobody cares about Gigantha and the 17 decks that play Gigantha for free, or Kahira and Blue White Miracles or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
The Otter is devastating to play against, though. I mean, we are 1-0 on this Otter.
Just had to sneak that in, didn't you?
Thank you.
I wouldn't say he snuck it in so much as clumsily threw it onto the table.
Yes. I don't sneak anything in.
Yeah, there was no subtlety there.
I'll make a joke, and then if you don't acknowledge it, I'll do it again. There's nothing subtle about my approach here.
Even if we acknowledge it, it'll just keep doing it.
Yeah, it's low-hanging fruit, and if you don't see me pick it, I'll be like, hey, Ross.
Yeah. It's more like, hey, Ross. And you just whip the apple at my head.
And then grab the second one and be like, you going to laugh yet? No, okay.
I like any not leaving any option, as unavailable is generally a good thing. This option, I think, is one that it would be difficult for them to take, and I'm wary of them taking it.
Yeah.
But I like that at least they're exploring, all options.
Yeah, and I mean, it does kind of suck. We did see, for anybody who didn't keep track of the ban and restricted, we lost Lurrus in some of the oldest formats, and that's just proving that Lurrus is busted there, and they're recognizing that, hey, we don't want to destroy our older formats, and maybe it's just a case where if the companions get too good, you just ban them from specific ones, because I do like the companion aspect, and if the cards aren't too good, it is cool. It is cool to have them. The ones that have actual setbacks, like Obosh, Karuga, those I think are nailed spot on design, but Yorion and Lurrus I think are the exceptions where the drawback isn't that much. But, I'm not advocating to do anything to my precious Yorion. I want to be on the record for that one. Let's keep that bird alone. Yeah.
Maybe Yorion should become a 6/5.
Yeah.
Maybe it should have vigilance.
Yeah, Yorion I think would be better as a 4-drop, but maybe 90 cards and a 4-drop.
Maybe give it Flash too.
Yeah, let's give it Flash. Oh my God, that would be disgusting. In response to your removal on my Planeswalker Yorion.
Yeah. You have mana up, and so I just can't do anything.
Yeah. I just made an emote with Yorion with an afro on it and a dropping bombs tattoo on it. So we can't ban Yorion now.
Yorion's going to be around for a long time.
Corian is here to stay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's take one more question, Rob, and then we'll get to this.
Do you think that mutagenic growth could be played on this Rakdos Prowess deck, or is that too aggro?
It was in the initial iterations. We saw Dylan Donegan play it and then say he did some really cool things, that he blew out some stuff. But overall, I think it seems a little more cute. But when people aren't expecting it, those kind of cards are great. When people are expecting it, those cards are bad.
This version of the deck, I think, plays such a strong late game that you don't need mutagenic growth. Whereas the original versions of the deck were more burn heavy, more like Prowess was before Companions.
Yeah.
So, as time has gone on, the aggressive decks have gotten more mid-rangey and played more towards the late game because they're able to do so. Mm-hmm. And mutagenic growth is a sign that you're not playing to a late game.
Mutagenic growth, though, is really good against red mirror Prowess decks, and these are the hotness. I don't know if you've been playing the leagues lately since this last weekend. Lurrus Prowess is kind of running rampant. Everyone's trying this deck. So maybe it's good against that, but it's not good against Wrath effects and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, I played 23 matches of Modern over the weekend and a league yesterday, so that's 28 matches.
Okay.
And I played against Rakdos Prowess once.
Really? It's just crazy. Me and you always exchange our weekends. We're like, yeah, I played against this deck. And we're like, really? I didn't play against that deck a single time. And that's just why Modern's great. It's so much different stuff. All right, how's your hand?
My hand is perfectly fine. I will keep it.
My hand is perfectly awkward, so I'll keep it.
Okay, I will start on a Raging Ravine.
Okay, you're learning. Keeping that card, huh? All right.
Well, I didn't have to put any back this time.
That's fair. All right. Soulscar Mage, Bobble, and I will pass to you.
Ooh, that's a neat one. A little awkward.
Perfect.
I think I will just shock to 18 and deadweight the Soulscar Mage.
Shock to 18. All right, I'll mutagenic growth that.
That's perfectly fine. Not so good against deadweight.
All right, you're right.
So I am at 18.
Okay.
And you're still 20. You can go.
All right, end step, I'll bobble you. Okay, I will draw 2. 1, 2, tilt. All right, here we go. The one-liners don't always work, I guess. We kept the one-liner with bobble on the draw. It worked for us last time. Didn't work for us too great this time.
Okay. I'm going to Brutality, escalating once, pitching Croxa, -2/-2, and Duress.
Okay.
Hopefully we can take a Cling if you've got it. Oh, you have Unearth.
Unearth.
Yeah, so 100% taking the Unearth here. We're just worried about containing Corey's creatures.
Okay.
And then I'll play a tap Stomping Ground and pass the turn.
Look how unlucky we were. We had 2 Metamorphose. This is just... All right, that's not good. All right, here we go. Not a great draw. Not a great draw here. We're just hoping you're flooded. And I know he drew a Culligan's Command, which is pretty good.
Mishra's Bauble you.
Okay.
Okay. So that's not a land.
Oops.
What's going on there?
My keys are running low on battery. Rob, can I throw these to you? Maybe. Yeah, they might need to. Yeah, perfect. Sorry about that, y'all. I just knew it.
Let's go ahead and put them in the trash can for you.
There we go. That's fine. I looked down earlier today and I was like, this thing's at half battery and there's no way to silent it. It's for sure going off today. So the one thing I have some solace in is the fact that, you know, you're down to 3 cards. Usually Flood loses to Mana Screw, but here it's a bit of a different story because I'm also getting my hand picked apart. And at worst, you can go Culligan's Command, kill Soulscar, make me discard or something. That's already pretty bad.
The awkward thing here is I don't have double black for the Lurrus.
Okay. It is slightly awkward because you need that for Croxa as well.
Yeah. And had I known how your draw was going to play out, I would have played this game quite differently.
Yeah, me too. I would have mulliganed.
But at this point, I think I just have to... Maybe I just sit back and wait. Because you're not going to really do anything on your turn.
Oh, if I get a land, I'm going to do something.
I've seen your top card, so you're not going to do a whole lot on your turn. So I'm just going to pass an upkeep draw for the bubble.
Oh, yeah, that's not great. All right, I will attack for 1.
I'm at 17.
Okay. All right, here we go. I guess you know this as well.
Yep. Okay. EE on 1.
Okay. That's great.
Pass the turn.
I'm loving it. Great. Excellent draw on my part. I'll attack for 2.
I'll pop this.
All right, I'll play the 1 drop I just drew. Here we go.
And I will fetch for a swamp and Fatal Push the Swift Spear.
Okay. Things are going well. You know, I make some loose keeps. They don't always not work out. In fact, most of the time they do work out. But whenever they don't, it's a clear case of what were you doing, Corey? Why would you keep that? So a good 1 out of 10 games are usually this, you know. But the other ones, you know, they're great. So if I was just a little luckier, games like this wouldn't happen.
Just need to be a little luckier.
Yeah. I've drawn 4 Soulscar Mages. There was 1 in my opener.
Okay, so now I can Croxa here. I can Lurrus plus Bauble. You just have the removal spell for both of them, which is not great. I think I would rather Lurrus, though. Just make sure I get some more cards.
Okay.
Let's go like this, though. So let's Lurrus, Bauble.
Okay.
Bauble you. Okay. Pass, draw, and upkeep.
Okay. All right, we're online. We are online. Now, do we even want to Metamorphose is the real question. I'm kind of thinking not. I'll say go, and then I'll bolt at your upkeep. I'm just going to have to soak up all the value of my cards here, so like playing an Abbot there is not going to do anything.
Okay. Fetch Bloodstained Mire, get Mountain. I'm at 16.
Okay. Is this a Kroxa turn?
$15.
Perfect.
Wait, I'm trying to make sure I counted right.
Yeah, when in doubt, give him some
I
less life.
fetched twice and I shocked with the Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, there's only 2 fetches in my graveyard. I'm at 16.
Didn't I hit you for one? Yeah, I think I hit you for one.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm at 15.
You're ahead enough. We don't need you cheating here, Ross.
And I said he was the one I trusted with life totals.
Yeah, exactly. So if he wants to get me, he can, because you're going to trust him. That's not fair.
Sorry, that's not. I should shock here.
Okay.
Put me to 13. I want a third Black Source so I can Cake Man and Lurrus all in one turn.
Put him to 12
So
for...
actually, let me get an Overgrown Tomb.
Put him to 12 for just, doing that so poorly, okay?
So I'm at 13.
First mistake we ever made here, so yeah.
Exactly.
Let's actually make that a block card.
Wow. All right, now you're going to 12. You're at 11 now.
We thought everything through. I'm at 13.
Okay. Things are going well over here.
I will have you discard a card and rebuy the Lurrus.
Okie dokie.
I will play Lurrus, play Mishra's Bauble.
All right.
Bauble you. This means Corey can't use the push on end step, which is, oh my god.
Did I draw a good one?
Very good one.
Okay.
Pass and draw an upkeep.
Well, that is pretty good. Okay.
The card that maximally punishes me for not playing the Kroxa.
Yeah, I am going to have to...
It does mean you still don't have a way to...
Oh, a fetch lands on top. You know it.
Yeah. Does Metamorphose for black?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't even have to be black. It could be black-red, because I need something to help out this push anyways. And if I get another Metamorphose, then I'll be severely punished for that. So I think I can still do black-red.
Then what if you draw like Mishra's Bauble? Then you'll really wish you had done black.
That's true. And I do have more baubles in the deck. All right, you talked me into it. All right, we'll go black.
Yeah. Now there's Bauble on top.
Yeah, of course. All right, got a fetch land. That's nice. So let's... Yeah, we just have to cling Kroxa. So I'll gain 3.
You go to 23.
I'll sack this.
You can just get a tapped Blood Crypt.
Yep, and then push that.
So you're good at 22.
Yep. And then you go. All right, let's hope you're out of gas. Well, you still have onboard gas, I guess, but...
Yeah.
All right, 22.
Bauble you.
Okay.
Get in for 4.
All right, 18.
You can go.
Okay, so you got the onboard way to deal with Lurrus, which is unfortunate.
Draw an upkeep.
Yeah. So the real question is, do I want to try to protect it? This seems like an Abbott turn. Play an Abbott.
Oh, yeah, player land, player Metamorphose.
Yep, I'll go to 17.
Get a mountain, make red black.
That sounds correct to me. All right. Still definitely behind here, but a nice draw here would be sweet. Red black. Past you.
So we'll have you discard a card and rebuy Lurrus.
Okay, that's bad.
I will play Lurrus, play Bauble.
Okay.
Bauble you.
How good?
It's not the worst.
Okay.
And
now your question is to kill Abbott or not.
yeah, seal that.
Okay.
Pass, draw an upkeep.
All right. Draw for my turn.
I have multiple things that recur, so the cling doesn't get both of them.
Yep.
That's why I was aggressive with the seal.
So I could go Lurrus, Bobble, and hope to hit a bolt to be able to kill Lurrus. I think that might be... I'm just so far behind, I think I have to aim for something like that. So let's do that. I'm going to Lurrus, Bobble. I'm going to Bobble myself to get a little information of what I want to do. So that's not something that I can kill Lurrus with. So let's get rid of Seal. Draw. And now I'll say go. Upkeep. Draw. Go ahead.
Okay, let's deadweight your Lurrus.
Yep.
Attack for 3.
Okay.
You go to 14, I go to 18.
Yep.
Play Ren and 6.
Okay. I'm going to sack this while you do your thing.
You buy Bloodstained Mire, so that'll put you to 13.
Yep.
Play Tarmogoyf.
Ruh-roh.
And pass the turn.
Okay, well now things have snowballed out of control.
And we've got enchantment, artifact, instant, sorcery, land. I'm sure you have creature.
More than likely.
So Goyf is a 6/7.
Okay. Well, Lurrus is still more important. I have a Bobble. I'll sack it. Push this. I'll take a peek at your top. Okay. Now I'll say go.
I'll crack this on your end step. Just takes information away from Corey.
Yep.
Just get an Overgrown Tomb. That's fine.
Okay.
So I'm at 17.
And then I will
You'll
draw.
draw on your upkeep.
Okie dokie. You have a lot of artifacts. Enchantment is one thing that I can take you off of to shrink these Goyfs. You still have plenty of creatures, right? Or just one?
Yeah, just the Lurrus for me, but you have plenty in your graveyard.
Yeah, but
guess-
I can escape and do some...
Do you have more than 5?
Well, you just have one creature, but I can shut you off enchantment. That's the only thing my cling can do.
Yeah.
So I can shrink this Goyf
By
at least
one.
once, yeah.
Okay, well, I will animate Ravine and attack.
I think we're going to need a fatal push here. What do you say? All right, so we're going to cling. We're going to take deadweight. Now let's try to get rid of a lot of creatures here because I can maybe take your...
The Lurrus the next turn.
Yep, exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's exile these. Exile deadweight.
You do still have a creature, right?
I do still, yep.
Yeah, you still have your
I
Lurrus.
still have a few.
Yeah, you draw.
Okay. I believe I'm just dead, right?
It's 10, and I have you at 13.
Yep, I'll take it.
You go to 3.
Yep.
I will ping you for 1. You go to 2.
All right.
And let's duress you. I guess I should have done this pre-combat. I could have added another artifact.
I just had baubles.
Yeah. Just get to use the Drain 2 mode there.
But, for how many rounds I missed, I was starting to come back in. If you would have, bricked on the Goyf and I were to hit push, I'm actually at a decent spot. That's a lot of ifs, of course. But, we got punished with the bauble 1-lander on the draw. I'd keep it again if I'm presented with the same problem next game. So.
Sometimes you break.
Sometimes you break. All right, so now we're going to be on the play here. I'm not going to make any changes. Lava Dart maybe is something I should exchange. I'm guessing you have your Lurrus in there as well.
Yep. Every time.
Yeah, Lava Dart might be something that I want to exchange for the other Cling, because Lava Dart is pretty bad early. And Cling is also just not that great early, so I'm going to leave it. But that is some consideration on the switch there. But we're just going to keep it. And we're going to be ready for game number 3. Rob, do you got any questions here?
Yeah, how do y'all feel about Bobble kind of being, feels like being omnipresent in Modern right now?
I think it's okay. I don't think it's like busted or making bad play, or bad. It's not making games, not fun to play. Kind of like Faithless Looting was. Like every deck was there. I know that's rough for you to hear, but
Faithless Looting is great. Should be unbanned.
Yeah, okay. But besides that lunacy that he just said out of his mouth, that Faithless Looting, caused the same kind of games. Every deck was kind of doing this. Draw cards, put stuff that matters into the graveyard. It made it for a bad experience. Same with Mox Opal. Bobble, I don't see it. It's just a good card, and it works well with Lurrus. We're seeing Seal of Fire get an uptick in play because of Lurrus too. Is that card too good? No, but
Bobble is the ubiquitous one though. So
yeah. Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's too bad?
It's if Wizards is going to take an action in Modern, which I don't think is necessary, but if they want to, I think banning Bobble is the appropriate first action.
Okay.
I would love to see a Modern format with Lurrus, but without Bobble.
That would be interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I think I would like that.
I think it makes Lurrus significantly worse. You're not jamming Lurrus on 3 basically ever. You're almost always trying to wait till turn 4. You have to have some 1-mana play to return with it, or 1-mana removal spell to go along with it. So
yeah, anything that nerfs the deck I don't play, make these Lurrus decks even worse. I already beat them down with Yori and Copycat, so please make the deck worse. I'm in.
So we're going to ban Mishra's Bauble and Yorian, and then Modern will be fixed.
Can I quit the show mid-show? Can we check?
I mean, you can do what you want, I guess.
All right, well, I'll stick around here, but I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
My hand has 2 lands, so I'm already off.
That's how many mine has.
God, we're good. Okay.
And ironically, all my cards cost 1 and 2 mana.
Me too.
Now the question is, will Ross get any more to actually cast more of his spells?
That's true. That's true. I'll be flooded. He won't do anything. I'm going to bobble myself to start. So a land on top is actually something I'm not interested in. So I'm going to fetch.
You shocking too?
Yep.
17.
Ironic. The third land, we're like, whoa, that's way too much. Let's get rid of that.
Just can't wait till you never draw 3rd land.
Oh yeah, it's bound to happen. So I'm going to take 3, go to 17. We're gonna cast a Soul Scour and pass to you. Draw a card.
Fetch.
Okay.
Yeah, basic mountain, play seal the Soul Scar now.
Okay.
Or you can play any spells, and then I'll pass.
Seal away. Okay, now we're gonna go with Swift Spear, Bobble, Spell Bomb, and attack for 3.
I go to 16.
Okay, and then it's gonna be your turn.
Ross, when you're pointing damage removal at these creatures, is this a deck where you play against kind of Infect, where you try to bolt them just outside of their own combat and on their turn, just because of that?
It's pretty tough to bolt within my turn. That's just how train wrecks happen.
Yeah, you just get your removal in while you can.
Yeah.
There's no... Don't try to be fancy.
Game 1 of my dropping bombs is the specific reason why you don't do this. This is going to come out tomorrow, but my opponent makes a grave mistake in waiting until my turn and gets justifiably crushed because of it. So look for that tomorrow because it was just glorious. I was like, ooh, even I felt bad when they cast. I was like, ooh, don't do that, opponent. 3 spells.
I'm going to go to 14
Okay.
and play Renin 6 and attempt to rebuy this Mire. Where he wants Denial Spellbomb it, he can.
I'll let that happen, yeah.
Pass the
Don't
turn.
feel great about that. All right, I'll bobble you. Okay. Draw 2. 1, 2. Blackleaf Cliffs. Actually, do I want to cast that?
Thinking about casting an Abbot.
You don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Abbott does feel kind of decent here, but it can be a little awkward because Ren does mess with that quite well. Could just be a Lurrus turn here, but that's also not ideal. I really do want to kill Renin 6. Renin 6 is quite annoying here. But Lurrus Bobble gets around Renin 6 where you don't have any great targets, plus I can attack it for 2. That seems okay, but then Lurrus is just very likely to die. But I think I'm okay with that. All right, so it's Lurrus time.
Okay.
Lurrus, Bobble. Now the real question is to Ren or to you. You're at 14. Let's go at Ren.
Ren to 2.
Okay, and then pass to you. So now it's that kind of turn I was talking about before. Like, I've basically scripted Ross's next turn, kill Lurrus, maybe do something else. I think that's decent here.
Crackmire.
Okay,
I go to
13.
Fatal Push the Lurrus.
Okay.
Actually, I should plus this before, just in case you want to spellbomb.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah. So plus there. Then we'll Fatal Push the Lurrus.
Okay.
And then I will play a Tarmogoyf.
Go. Okay.
And then I will play a Mishra's Bauble.
Okay. That is the
And-
card I knew about.
Pass the turn.
And then I'll bobble you.
So Goyf, we have land, creature, artifact, instant, enchantment. So it is currently a 5/6.
Sounds about right. So I'm going to look at your top at one point. I'm going to draw 2. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That was the draw. Okay. That was a spice one.
What was the draw? Just Fatal Push? Unearth on Lurrus?
Hope you don't have the surgical. All right. So let's start with... I want to just make sure I sequence this properly. I think I can start with 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's start with Abbott.
Yep.
Lava Dart. Okay. Not the best, I guess. Well, let's make sure we can't kill you here. There's no way.
Yeah. Kill me with one creature. I'm at 13. And you've already tapped 2 mana for an Abbot?
That'd be nice, huh? So I'm probably not casting this, unfortunately, so maybe Abbott wasn't that great of a play. But let's go with Unearth Lurrus.
Yep. So now we have sorcery. So Goyf's a 6/7.
Yep. Bring back Bobble, so that's 3 spells played. Or no, that's 2. Sack this, push that.
So you're at 16, unless you want to shock.
We'll get basic Swamp. So Swift Spear is 4 power. But I just need to deal with Ren here because it can just kill my Abbot. So let's do that. And pass to you. Not a bad turn, huh?
It's pretty
The
good.
top deck on Earth was pretty busted.
You have 1 card in hand?
I have 1, yep.
I have some things to do next turn. I would really like a 1-mana spell, but I don't want this bauble to get caught in the Nile Spellbomb. It's the thing I'm thinking about. Though right now, if like you were forced to Spellbomb, you wouldn't get the card, which is nice.
Nice for someone.
13. So I throw away the bauble to try to get a 1-drop here.
It's a tough one.
So I think next turn you're likely to pop the Spellbomb unless you draw really well off the bauble and your draw step. So I think I would just hold off for now.
Okay.
Okay. Happy that I held off. So deal 2 to Lurrus, have you discard a card.
Don't love that. Okay.
Got a bolt, that's great. And then I did draw a 1-mana spell. It's not an interactive one, but it'll prevent another top-decked Unearth or K command.
Sure, yeah.
So we'll play the Spellbound Pass and hope this turn isn't too damaging.
Bobble you. All right, that's a good card.
This is the big turn for Corey to deal me some damage. And I am at 13.
Draw 2. Ugh. Vomit.
And he knows I have Bloodstained Mire, so.
Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna start by spellbombing you.
Yeah.
Draw. Wow. I'll attack for 3.
That's a poor set of draws.
Go.
I will bobble you on the end step.
Okay.
Cute. Draw for turn.
Yep.
Then, or draw for bobble, draw for turn.
God, that was heinous.
Ooh. Do I just go for it? I'm at 10.
10, yep.
Your hand is so bad that I think I should just do it. So I'm going to go to 7.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I drew Bloodstained Mire exactly, and also drew one of the basics that it fetches.
Classic.
It's cost
So you have to take
cost me a
3.
few points of life here. Yeah.
Yep.
I have plenty of black mana, so let's get the Stomping Ground.
Okay.
And play 2 Tarmogoyfs.
All right.
So
Where's my E?
yeah, these Tarmogoyfs are 4/5s, I believe. We got land, instant. Oh no, we have sorcery too. So land, instant, sorcery, creature, artifact. They're 5/6s.
Okay.
Which should be good enough. And then I will pass the turn.
All right.
You draw this Unearth, which looks bad against Nile Spellbomb. So
Does seem quite bad. Yeah, so I'll have to cycle that away. But let's thin our deck first.
So you're going to 15.
Yep.
I am at 7. You have 2 cards in hand, one of which is an Unearth that's about to get cycled.
Yeah, an Earther would be awesome here, but yeah, not with the spell bomb here. All right, so we'll cycle this.
Yep.
Oops. Bobble. And you go. Yep, that turn where we drew 3 cards, it was 3 lands. Oh, I guess I want to bobble you, see that card, and draw for the turn.
It's a blood
Yep.
card.
Okay.
Okay, let's play Lurrus.
Okay.
Play Bauble.
Okay.
Play this Blood Crypt tapped.
Sure.
Bauble you.
How good is it?
That one's pretty good.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Upkeep draw.
All right. That was a good one. All right. So let's start with Abbott. Flip.
Yep.
That's not great. All right. We'll sack this.
You go to 14.
Yep. 14 to 7, right?
Yep.
Gotta find a way to deal with Lurrus here, so I have to just kind of go all in. Manamorphose, red, black.
I will respond to Prowess triggers by bolting the abbot that can attack.
That can attack. Okay, perfect.
Making red-black is fine.
Red-black. Gross. Your go.
Play bauble you.
Yep.
That one is very good.
All right. Need to keep drawing.
That's the card that gets you back in the game, actually.
All right. What could it be?
Wow.
I don't even know what it could be.
I
love that, though.
I guess
Oh, wait. Did I play a bobble last turn? Did I miss a bobble draw?
you played an abbot. That you.
No, I drew it end step. That's
Yeah,
right. Yep.
Yeah.
So I drew Metamorphose. Yeah, that's right.
So I have a Scavenging Ooze.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's terrible.
And I have another bauble.
Okay.
And
I don't know what gets me back in this game, but
you have a Cling to Dust on top of your deck.
yeah, okay, that's what I kind of
Which,
figured.
like,
but
Can shrink my
okay,
Goyfs.
Yeah,
I think what I actually need to do is Spellbomb you right now,
yeah, I would think so.
which I was trying to avoid doing because it makes my Goyfs so much smaller.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Spellbomb you
Okay.
and draw a card off that.
Okay.
So now Goyfs are just 3 4s.
Okay.
That is a reasonable draw, though. So I'm going to play a Croxa.
Okay. I'll
You
take
discard
3.
a land, you go to 11.
Yep.
Now Goyfs are even bigger. They're 4 5s,
Yep.
right? 4 5s. So you're going to be able to play 1 spell this turn. You have me at 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think I hold back for 1 more turn.
Okay.
And I will pass and draw on your upkeep from the bauble.
Okay. I will cling your spellbomb.
Okay, I will respond by exiling it with the use.
Okay.
You don't draw a card.
I'm dead. I can't possibly
Yeah.
win. Yeah.
So I just made the Cling bad.
Yeah.
Now I'm like looking at your top card again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have infinite value there. My big point where I lost the game was having you dead to probably like 2 burn spells, and I just drew 3 lands. I drew 2 foothills and a Blackleaf Cliff, so that was a tilt. But we are staying alive for the marbles now, so that is exciting.
Yeah, we did get to see you know the power of this deck. A lot of it actually comes down to Tarmogoyf dominating in combat.
Yes.
That's actually a big advantage for the Jund deck and one that you have to leverage really well.
And just forcing me to always have a push. You know,
Yeah.
like you're really pressuring my fatal pushes. I have 4, and when I have them, I'm usually more explosive and maybe even just a better deck when I can just push your Goyf. But whenever I can't, those creatures are just too good against me.
Then you're not able to play as aggressively. I have the defenses set up, and so I can focus all of my energies on winning this Lurrus fight. You flood a little, which made that, the 2 games I won there, like it was a screw and a flood, both of which made it easy for me to win the Lurrus fight.
Yep.
So in reality, it was the Lurrus fight that won every game, but Goyf played a supporting role.
But yeah, I mean, I almost came back there
In the second game.
in the second game, yeah. But the third game, it was just a flood when I really needed something there. Like 1 Cling there at the end instead of the 3 lands would have just been like backbreaking, because that's already 2 spells in itself. Plus I'm drawing 2 more. If I draw 1 drop off that, you're probably just dead.
Yeah, the entire game hinged on that 1 turn.
Yep.
You were seeing 3 extra cards that turn.
Yeah.
And how good they were was going to determine how the game went, and they were as bad as humanly possible for one of us.
Exactly. So, yeah, you got the W on that. It finally feels weird to be drawing like Ross Merriam here. So, all right.
It's really nice that we go in even, because now in order to keep the marbles, you have to slay Yorion.
Oh, God. Well, all right. We'll just give you the marbles now. All right. So Ross alluded to it. Our next round is going to be up against a Yorion deck. What flavor?
It's going to be Teamer Scape Shift, one of the other breakout decks from the weekend. Won the challenge in the hands of Edgar Magayesh, 2 in the top 8 of the Lotus Box event.
One of the best decks, in my opinion, in Modern. I personally, just because I love the cat combo, I think that deck can attack at a different angle. So I think that's the best Yorion deck, in my opinion, but not online. Online, the clicking is is going to give you basically a match loss per tournament. So I think the Scapeshift Yorion deck is the best Yorion deck online, and I think it is just the best deck because I really love this deck. It does so many things. So I think this is going to be the ultimate test for this deck. So
yeah, I agree. Yorion decks tend to be good against Lurrus decks, so this is definitely going to be the test. We've seen it be impressive, in 2 matchups that could, ended up being relatively close. Historically, I think would be good for the non-prowess side.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the big test.
This is going to be a big test. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short 5-minute break and we'll be right back for our 3rd and final round playing for the marbles. Don't go anywhere.